Hey everyone, it's Melinda with Tailored and Teal, and I am a part-time online reseller on Poshmark, Mercari, eBay, and sometimes Facebook Marketplace. Today's video, we're going over what sold on those platforms from March 1st through March 15th of 2021. So as always, we're going to start on Mercari, where I surprisingly had 3 sales. First sale was a White House Black Market silk tan embroidered capris. I've had these listed for quite a long time, and they unfortunately had some almost like faint grease marks on them. Of course, I noted it, and they still sold for $20. Next was a BDG printed roll hem shorts. I've also had these listed for quite a while, and the person on Mercari kept messaging me about them. I think I received over 4 or 5 different occasions where they kept saying, what's your lowest? Can you come down on the price? And finally one day I just sent her an offer for $9 and she did accept. And then lastly, we have a pair of Gap Space Dye Jogger sweatpants. These had a lot of interest on all platforms. Watchers on eBay, lots of likes on Poshmark, and these sold for $15 on Mercari. I'm not sure if I sent an offer or if that was just a full price sale, but either way, I'm very pleased. So I had $44 in total sales, $6.58 in fees, giving me a profit of $37.42 and an average sales price of $14.67. Next on Poshmark, we had 11 sales. I will say Poshmark was a little dead these past 2 weeks. There was like a span of 3 or 4 days where I had no sales at all. So hopefully once those stimulus checks go in people's accounts, they will want to spend their money on Poshmark and eBay and all of the platforms. So first up on Poshmark, we had a Lug Ranger quilted crossbody travel bag. Anytime I see the brand Lug and it is a reasonable price, I will pick it up. This was $10 at the thrift store, but I had a $5 off coupon, so I really only spent $4.99 on it, and it sold for $38, and it sold within a few days of being listed. Next is a Prana olive green macrame braided wooden beaded belt. There were a lot of things going on with this. It was in great condition. I was very surprised when I found this in the thrift store that it had the name Prana on it. I wasn't sure that they made belts, but it sold for $17. Next is a pair of El Naturalista blue vaquero swirl leather clogs. I got these in a thread-up rescue box of shoes, and they sold for full asking price of $40. Next up is a t-shirt by the brand Buy Me Brunch, and it said Como Estas Bitches on the front of it. I was hoping to get more for this item, but it had been sitting for quite a while, so I did accept a $12 offer, and I did get feedback, and the person said it made her day and she loves it. Next is a pair of Prada mustard yellow squared toe slip-on mules. These came from my thread-up designer box. I think I had them listed around $100. Maybe I dropped them down to $75 during closet clear out. Other than this particular person sending me an offer of $50, I had no interest anywhere else. So when someone sent me that offer of $50, I quickly accepted. Next was a pair of Zumba wear black and pink ribbon cargo nylon pants. These sold for a full asking price of $25. Then we have a bundle, which I don't really get bundle sales very often, so this was exciting. It was a bundle of a brass elephant pin with its trunk up. Unfortunately, the pin portion was kind of fused together, so the arm still worked on the pin, but the actual closure did not. You still could have made it into something else. And then a new bottle of Biore Deep Pore Charcoal Cleanser for oily skin, and that bundle sold for $16. Next, we have a Spring Step Black Happy Clog. That's what the name of the shoe was, the Happy Clog. These came in a thread-up rescue box. I was actually surprised on how much they retail for. It didn't really look like a fantastic brand, but they still sold, and they sold for $20. Next was an alpaca alloy upcycled fork bracelet with a pretty blue stone. This I got out of my Goodwill jewelry lot that I unboxed. I'll put that video up here if you want to watch it. So this fork bracelet was stamped with the word alpaca, which alpaca to me is an animal that's kind of like a llama, but it actually is a different type of created alloy or metal. It is a nickel, copper, and zinc mixture. So that was something new while I was researching the bracelet, and it sold for $16, and that was an offer I sent to the customer. And then over the last weekend, I had 2 sales of pants. The first pair was a Free People Chloe cropped flare jeans in medium wash. These were a small size, size 25. I had just relisted these either the night before or that morning, and they sold for $19. The other pair of pants was a pair of Reese Bianco charcoal slim fit houndstooth trouser. These sold for $30, and that was an offer that the customer sent to me. So of my 11 Poshmark sales, I had $283 in sales, $57.15 in fees. I did give out some shipping discounts. One of them included the new pricing that we can do with $1.50 off. So that was kind of cool. I really am enjoying that new feature on Poshmark. So I gave out $8.88 in shipping discounts, giving me a profit of $216.97 with an average sales price of $25.73. Before we move on to eBay, I did want to mention that I had no Facebook Marketplace sales, unfortunately. I haven't really been listing too much over there because I'm listing a lot of jewelry, and a lot of it's just kind of Avon jewelry, so it's not worth my time to put it on Facebook Marketplace. But soon I will be listing clothing again, and I will be cross-listing those items over there. So on eBay, we had 26 sales. First sale was an Athleta navy blue and white striped breezy t-shirt. This I bought in a lot of items from a Poshmark seller who was liquidating their closet. This was a size large, and it sold for $14.50. Next, we have a new with tags, Vera Bradley Serape. I think that's how you say that, S-E-R-A-P-E. Paradise Foam flip-flop sandal. These were size medium. These came in a thread-up rescue box, of course, and they sold for $14. Then we have a very exciting sale because it was full price and it was flawed. So it was a new with tags, MM LaFleur, purple, the Twyla top. It was an Italian silk blend. It had draping in the front. It was a size medium, but it was missing the belt. There were 2 buttons in the back of the neck, but one of the buttons was missing, so I replaced it with another button, and it still sold for full asking price of $54.99. This came from my ThredUp bulk lot, and I was very excited to see that because it helps me recoup my money from that purchase. Next up is a vintage Justin Allen black and red country folk art Amish print sweater. This actually had a slight perfume smell to it, but by the time it actually sold, that perfume smell had dissipated. But I always want to note that in my listing just in case someone buys it right after I list it, that it may smell like perfume, but it sold, and it sold for $20.75. Next is a pair of Jimmy Choo London Black Lizard Reptile embossed heels. These things were worn. I got them in my designer ThredUp rescue box, and surprisingly, they sold for $74.99, which was my full asking price. I even got feedback, and the person said that they were in great condition. So maybe they were seeing something different than what I saw. However, I'm very thankful for it, and I'm happy to get some of my money back on that purchase as well. Next, we have a Caribbean Joe fuchsia 3/4 sleeve Henley shirt. This was from my own closet, so it cost me $0, and it sold for $8.75. Another item that cost me $0, it was a Croft & Barrow men's gray comfort waist cargo shorts. These were my fiance's that he no longer wanted, and they sold for $11. Then we have a new with tags Bandolino Luxe 360 stretch black Mandy jeans. These were size 12 petite. They sold for $18. And I think I've said this before, Bandolino is not a brand that I would pick up in a thrift store, but it came to me in a liquidation lot, and surprisingly it is selling. So maybe if I could buy it cheap enough in a thrift store and it's a good size, a good style, I may pick it up. Next, we have such a beautiful skirt. It was a cactus dusty rose embroidered ruffle hem maxi skirt. I put the keywords boho and romantic, and it sold for $18.50. And the customer left feedback saying it was actually prettier in person, which I'm not sure what that means about my pictures, but I'm happy that the customer was thrilled about their purchase. Next is a pair of New With Tags Land's End nylon blend convertible pants. These were size 18 petite. They sold for $14.50. Then we have a flawed item that's still sold, a New With Tags, the limited Lexi boot cut work pants. These were size 16W. They had a very small bleach mark on the bottom near the hem. Not sure how it got there since it was New With Tags, but of course I listed it as is, and it's still sold for $14. Another pair of pants. This was like the weekend of pants. It was very bizarre. I had sold like 7 pairs of pants in a day or two. So someone told me on Instagram, maybe that means that people are leaving the house again, which I think that they might be right. Next, we have a New With Tags Karen Scott woman chambray drawstring elastic waist capri pants. These were size 2X and they sold for $16.99. Then we have a Liz Claiborne teal and yellow floral long sleeve denim jacket. This was a size large. It sold for $14. And again, another comment saying that it was even better in person, which it was a beautiful jacket. I'm so thankful that it found a new home. Next was a pair of Time and True white and brown strappy sandals. These were size 9. Time and True is sold at Walmart, but I got these in a ThredUp rescue box. I didn't want to donate them because they were actually in really decent condition. They still sold for $7 and I made a tiny profit on it, but I was happy that it went to a new home and that I didn't have to donate it and lose my money. Next is a Michael Stars Heather Gray distressed short sleeve women's shirt. This was strange because it had cuts on both sleeves, but I wasn't sure if they were supposed to be there. If it was factory made, it wasn't really clear. So I listed it as is and it sold for $12. Then we have a Vera Bradley pink and orange 2004 paisley print. It was called the Orange Sherbet print. It was in gently used condition and it sold for $16. Next was a shirt that I thrifted way back in the beginning of my career that I regret. It was a green envelope, black and white striped elbow length sleeve blouse, had buttons on the shoulder. It was a really cute shirt, but it did have a small hole in it. After I removed the tag from the thrift store, it made a hole. So I sent out a very low offer for this and it sold for $6. I think I still made like $1 profit off of it, so it wasn't a complete loss. Next was something that sold super fast. So it was a 10 karat yellow, gold, and black stone elephant. It had a very thin gold chain. I did test everything for gold and it all did come out to test for 10 karat gold. I listed it for $50 and someone sent me an offer for $30 within an hour, and I'm all about those quick flips. And she said it was a gift for somebody, so I instantly accepted it and I got positive feedback and they love it. Next is a pair of Gap Outlet Khakis by Gap light beige Slim City cropped pants. These were size 6R. These came from my ThredUp bulk rescue box and they sold for $10.25. Next is a colorful bright pink pom-pom bird embroidered boho zipper clutch. This was made in Thailand. It came from my Jomar purse and wallet lot and it sold for $13.50 and it went to Hawaii, which I thought this print would be just perfect in Hawaii. Then we have a pair of Wilson's leather pants. These were a size 6. I did use the keywords rock, biker, and punk in the title to bring some more traffic to the listing, and they sold for $27.50. Next, we have a New With Tags Ralph Lauren pink classic cable knit sweater. This did unfortunately have some what looked like coffee stains that I did try to stain treat, but since it was New With Tags, I didn't want to completely go through the process of treating it, so I did list it and it still sold for $20. Then we have a pair of True Religion Rainbow Joey twisted seam flare jeans. These were size 26. They sold for $20.50. Next, we have a LuLaRoe Black Basic Irma high-low hem tunic. This was a size extra, extra small. It came from my bulk lot. I wasn't sure if I wanted to list it, but I figured that solid colors may be a selling point for someone, and someone sent me a $7 offer, and I was very pleased with that. Next, we have a vintage Avon, the Heart of the Ocean blue necklace. I put the keywords Titanic, Celine Dion, and shiny because it was very blingy and shiny. And this sold for $17.59, and that was a 20% off promotion I was running. And then the last sale was an Eddie Bauer blue Travix stretch cargo capri pants. These were a size 8 and they sold for $17.59. Again, that 20% off promotion that I was running. So of my 26 sales on eBay, I made $499.90 in sales, $91.64 in fees, giving me a profit of $408.26 and an average sales price of $19.23. And now for my overall numbers. I made $826.90 in sales, $164.25 in fees, and that does include my shipping discounts from Poshmark. My cost of goods this time was $161.03, giving me a net profit of $501.62. And my cost of goods for each item that sold was $4.03. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you are a returning watcher, I appreciate you coming back. And if you're new to the channel, feel free to click the bell notification so that you get notified when videos come out. I try to put them out at least once a week. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.